Hey, how's it going, everyone? Justin Croxton here, Propellant Media. I thought I would talk to you all about something that we've done, and we do this a number of times when we're trying to, bring life or make some optimizations for clients that we're working with in their AdWords campaigns. But we did this recently for a client. Figured, let's just take you guys behind the curtain and show you what we did to help a client go from a 5% click through rate to a 15 to 18% click through rate. And you can kind of see here, this is a situation where this client has been averaging, I'd say roughly, at least today, but certainly the past few days, hovering between 15 to 18% of a CTR. And the reason why click through rate is so important is it does help with your quality score. It helps ensure that you're able to ultimately lower your overall cost per click because quality score goes up at that point. It ensures that your ads are incredibly relevant. It shows that your ads are relevant, and it helps you get more clicks, ultimately get more views, on your business or on your brand or whatever it is that you're promoting. And so let's say you're kind of in a situation where you're working with a client or you are the company and you notice that your CTR is really, really low. It's just not at the place that it should, but you've still gotten enough data over a month, over 2, 3, 4 months. And so all the keywords that you are getting conversions on, all the keywords that actually are producing relatively decent click-through rates. And so part of what we typically do is we'll pull that data over the past, let's say 3, 4, 5 months. And we'll go into a place that we believe every single business owner, whether you're running your own AdWords campaign or you have an agency running it, go into your keywords tab. So you have campaigns, ad groups, settings, ads, ad extensions. Go into your keywords tab. And then don't click on the keywords, but click on search terms. The search terms report is probably one of the most powerful reports that you can pull for a client or for yourself if you're an organization or a company, because this tells you exactly the keywords that people typed in as they were searching for you. So if you're a personal injury lawyer, someone may have typed in, I really do need a personal injury lawyer incredibly badly. And that might be the term that a ton of people are searching for, as freaky as it may sound. Everybody may be searching for that term, and you never know that until you go into the search terms report. Yeah, you can go into Google Keyword Planner, use that to do some general research. But ultimately, the search terms report is what gives you a lot of really rich data on the exact terms that people search for. So you can get a sense of what keywords you can further optimize your campaigns for. Maybe you want to build individual campaigns just around those particular keywords. So the first step is download that report. You download the search terms report, and as you're looking through, I'll do a couple things. Typically, I will first want to see which keywords are getting the most impressions. But normally what I will also do is I will sort by click-through rate. Because if you're trying to vastly increase your click-through rate, the first thing you want are keywords that are actually producing actual conversions. So first I'll get rid of the keywords that aren't producing conversions. I'll just get rid of those altogether. Then I will focus on all the keywords that have a click-through rate above a certain benchmark or threshold that I'm going after. So maybe my personal benchmark is 2.5%, or maybe it's 3% or 4%. For all the nonprofits out there, your benchmark needs to be 5%, just FYI, because Google recently made changes where you must maintain at least a 5% click-through rate in order to be in good standing and to not get your account pulled. So just FYI for all those nonprofits out there. But in this case, let's say that our benchmark is 5%. I will pull every single search term that has a 5% or more click-through rate, every single one. And I will recreate all the work that I initially did in the campaign build. I will take all of those keywords that I've now found that have over a 5% click-through rate and build them as exact match keywords in my campaigns, but each keyword will be built into its own individual ad group. It's what we call single ad group keywords, so that you're ultimately building very, very tightly controlled ad groups that you can make changes to. I'm doing everything in my power to build in maybe 3 to 5 different ads per ad group, ensuring that some of those keywords are peppered into each of those ads so that it makes sense, but also so it has some keyword relevancy and ad relevancy in there. And we did that for a client. I mean, we do that relatively often actually. But I figured for this one client that we recently did it for, we saw some really good returns. The client was averaging about a 5-6% click through rate. This past week they've been averaging about a 15% click through rate, which has been really nice. So if you're trying to get your click through rate up, that's one strategy that you can implement that will probably get you to the place of a really high click through rate. Now, some people may say, oh, well, that can, potentially cause you to, lose impressions because you're not going after more options with broad match modifier and phrase match and so forth. And that could be the case. You can also make the argument that when you do that, you could also potentially have your exact match keywords potentially competing against some of the other keywords that you built. There's ways to get around of that. I won't go into that here. You can go directly into AdWords Editor, get a sense of which keywords are duplicates. That's a whole nother discussion. But this is a quick fire way to really increase your click-through rate incredibly quickly and very fast, and really high too. I mean, to go from a 5% to a 17%, that's a little over 200% increase, which is vast. So I hope this has been helpful. This is Justin Croxton here at Propellant Media, digital ad agency. Hope this was helpful. Thanks so much. Take care.